everyone, this is Foxhound coming back again with another video. Today we are going to catch up on what we lost. As you remember, we had previously a couple of matches and we lost because of internet issues, which was very sad. But that's okay. We are going to pretty much... how we do this? Give me a second. We are going to pretty much go and continue on our matches over here. So... let me see, I'm trying to invite this guy over here because he has been telling me to add him. It seems I'm not able to add the person. But anyways, we're going to take it over here for the time being. As you know, we're going to use now my reliable build. Over here, we're going to leave behind the lovely nemesis in the account, and we're going to go back to the real world, which is, of course, we just having the Charles de Gaulle, which is, of course, fantastic. But at the same time, I mean, the other account I have the nemesis, but I don't have two su-39s, and believe me or not, that actually makes quite a difference, especially on the Charles de Gaulle. Anyways, we're going to have a total of maybe, I guess, 3 to 4 matches, maybe 5, depends on the mood. But again, you have to remember, try not to play when you get tired. I leave this disclaimer over here. The gameplay here is not going to be like... I mean, it's going to be good, but I am doing commentary at the same time. So that's slightly more difficult, right? When you are commenting and playing at the same time. I made some mistakes here and there. Remember to leave a comment and subscribe for my pain. If I see that things are not progressing well, I will maybe decide to do some videos on silence because of course I'm able to focus more when I am quiet, obviously, but let's see how it goes over here. So something to bear in mind, of course, we want to make sure, of course, to reverse because they're going to start attacking the carrier over here. We notice that we have a lovely person with SQ-39 over here that is starting to attack my planes, and that is completely fine. That's something that you can do, of course, is continue attacking with the su-39. Now they have seen me. What you can do is again deploy the helicopters, and in this particular case, I mean, most of the times you tend to be closer, slightly closer to the mountains, but this time around we were a little bit far away. We are going to very barely we're able to make it. Again, possibly not, because there we go. This was all about positioning, and this is again when I mentioned that the new carrier is better sometimes because of speed in order to position yourself. We are just going to return back to the harbor. There is not much that we could have done. But again, it's okay. That was the first loss over here. But I guess it's good that you are seeing this, right? Because most of the times, most of the times when you are online, you only see the wins, right? You only see when people do highest damage and everything goes perfect. That is not the reality of things. Bad things can happen, and you have to get around things. So we are going to go into the second match. I will be back when we have the people. Lovely match number 2. Let's see how we do this time around. So we are going to position ourselves right to on the right side, next to the small island over here. That's the safest place to be. No submarines on their side, and they have an Enterprise, I assume. They also have Super Alsace. Alright, so that's what we have at the moment. We are going to start doing the assault over here, of course. Shion is going front. We are going to focus now our attention into this one over here. Yeah, Chow, because that is being targeted by our allies. So that is going to be good. Over here we have done now most of the damage that we can do with the su-39. Of course, we still have to launch the last set of missiles over there. Now it's time to switch to the other ones. Look at the map, see what's happening around at all times. Target the ships that are engaging your allies. Remember to do that, of course. We also have the battleship in the center, and that is going to be huge. We are going to focus our attention over there. If we take out the battleship, that is going to mean game. Battleship is down, so now we're going to continue on this second target over here, right? And of course we are going to do our damage with a cannon over here. Launch our second volley. Right as the plane ends, we are going to launch our second strike fighter, and we are going to kill this lovely ship in the back. Remember, you have to guarantee to win the matches, so you need to give an advantage to your team, and taking out ships that are low on health, that's your main priority. All right, so yeah, this is pretty much going to be game, because yeah, they are down with two ships, and there is no way the frigate is going to handle this. So we are going to take out this lovely bomber from him, and that's going to be game. And might as well this other second one. I do not have more missiles, so we're going to launch to our nifty su-39. It seems that the carrier is actually located on this side, so what we're going to do is we're going to harass the carrier. We also need to start taking out these planes, of course. So now that the carrier is visible to our allies, what remains is just to take it out, because it is exposed. Down goes the carrier, and that guarantees GG. Well played for our rivals. You will say, Foxhound, do you feel sad that you are taking down them? And I will say no, because I have matches, again, as you saw the previous one, right, on positioning, that, or the ones about the internet, I was even worse. Then people will not feel sad about me if I didn't have internet or issue connections, right? So again, it's just the way that it is, right? We lost this match. We lost the previous match. We win this one, right? GG on the second one over here. Let's see how much we were able to repair the damage that happened before. These are the statistics, right? Let's go into the third match. Let's try to make it faster this time around. Yeah, I'm going to press play. Be right back. Match number 3. Let's look our surroundings. We are slightly far away from the island, as you can see. So we are going to try our best, of course, to very quickly position ourselves, right? And at the same time, we need to try to open the map. There is no carrier on their side, which is good news for me, because that way I don't have to worry that the map is going to be open for my enemies and they're not going to take me out as I position myself. And this time around, you need to keep an eye on the right side, because there is always going to be that one ship that's going to try to rush you, and that needs to be your priority. Whereas at the same time, you need to keep an eye on who your allies are attacking to make sure to give them an advantage, right? The Missouri is right there. That is also a very high priority for us, and since it has low air defenses, that also makes it slightly priority. Of course, we have to be aware that that Shilon is going to rush us on that side, and yes, that is happening. I am going to keep an eye just in case on that one. Keep my helicopters with me, and of course my allies are doing a very good job trying to target this rusher over here. So we are going to return in kind, right? Because he's trying to be such a very nice hero, right? He wants to make sure to take me out, which is the right move, of course. I'm not angry about that, right? But yes, we are also very much aware of what we are doing, mate. So we are going to launch our helicopter, not lose any time, and do as much damage as possible. So we have two people over here, right? I am not going to joke around in this one. I'm literally going to take it slow. If I'm able to pull off a second volley of missiles, then he's going to be in very, very bad shape. Almost made it happen. And then this time around, seems they're low on health, so I'm going to I can afford to launch my helicopter over here and do even more damage. There we go. Okay, so that happened. Now we can launch our helicopter, strike fighter, and we could say that the match is almost done. We are going to start tackling this smart. Never mind, he is already dead. And that is pretty much going to be game on this one. So very clean, no problems on the internet this time around. Yeah, so thank goodness, this is how it should be, right? And we are going to just to finish the job over here, just continue harassing these frigates, and we take it from there, right? So that one's hiding over there in the background. That is over. This is the next one, of course. He's going to have his lovely smokes over here, and air defenses are pretty much strong, but this is going to be pretty much GG. Yeah, nothing he can do. So yeah, with that we take out that kill. GG for my team. Let's see how we did with damage. I think we did around 980. Came back to Diamond 1. So yes, welcome back Foxhound again to Diamond number 1, right? So we are just going to again take this win over here. We're going to do another 2 sets of matches for this time around. I'm going to check if I have enough currency for buying some. Nope, I do not, but I have 1 on gold, so that is okay, right? Might as well just use this one. We're going to use only 1 protection over here, run. Activate on these ones, right? Just 1 just to be safe, and then I will be back when we start the match, shall we? I have never seen as so long for a booster to activate. That was very interesting. We just want active. Okay, so let's go. So I will be right back with the next match. Okay, Arid Frontier, considered one of the most dangerous matches or maps, let's put it this way, for carriers. We are going to take it slow and we are going to cover ourselves on this one. The reason why I'm saying that is one of the most dangerous ones is because you have to reposition yourself quickly, open the map, especially if you are an assault carrier. It's more difficult because you may be more exposed, let's put it this way, and we are going to try to capitalize on that. If we are able to open the map and see that carrier, is going to be very good for us. At the same time, the second reason why it's difficult is exactly from what you're seeing over here. We have a lovely fan on a form of what is it called? On a form of a lovely submarine or an SLBM. So we just have to make sure to position ourselves accordingly to be able to hide ourselves from these missiles. Yep. And also we need to reverse at the same time. We have the battleship offers trying their best, right, to take us out. So yeah, wonderful times. If that SLBM tries to take us out, we are going to be in serious problems, and we have already lost 1 ally. Things are not looking so hot, but we are going to try our best, of course, over here. Yeah, this match didn't end very well. Again, positioning is one of these things again in this map. We are going to again slightly going to that side over here. Yep, that is going to be pretty much game over right there. And this is why I do prefer again the new carrier. You see, nothing I could do against those torpedoes, because I don't have the equipment to deal with torpedoes. That's just the way that it is on the Charles de Gaulle. But maybe I'm just complaining a little bit too much. Also, something that you can do is just avoid maps in which you know that you are going to not do so well. But yeah, that's just the way that it is. So we are going to close this match because we already know that it's a loss. So well, we get away by going back into Diamond 1. And not too fancy, we have burned one of our protections over here. So we are back from square one. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember to leave like, comment, and subscribe for my pain and suffering, right? Hey, aside of that, thank you very much everyone for watching. This is Foxhound signing off. Have a good day, everyone.